Since its debut in 2013, Rick and Morty has become one of the most popular animated shows in the world. Known for its wild adventures, dark humor, and mind-bending science fiction concepts, the series has built a massive fan base across the globe. The show combines crazy interdimensional travel with surprisingly deep stories, memorable characters, and unexpected emotional moments. Over the years, Rick and Morty has influenced pop culture, inspired countless memes, and attracted millions of viewers. But behind the portal guns, alternate universes, and bizarre alien worlds are some fascinating stories and secrets. Here are 6 facts you probably didn't know about Rick and Morty. Before Rick and Morty existed, co-creator Justin Roiland created a short animated parody called Doc and Marty, which was loosely inspired by Back to the Future. The short featured early versions of the characters that would eventually become Rick and Morty, although their personalities and designs were much more exaggerated, chaotic, and bizarre than what audiences know today. The animation was intentionally strange and over the top, pushing the humor far beyond what would later appear in the television series. However, the core concept was already there. A brilliant but reckless scientist traveling on crazy adventures with a nervous young companion. As development continued, those characters gradually evolved into Rick and Morty. What started as a small parody animation eventually became one of the most popular, successful, and recognizable animated shows in modern television history. For many years, Justin Roiland voiced both Rick and Morty himself.
Oh, this little baby guy. I'm gonna tell you. I had to make a bomb, Morty. I had to create a bomb. I just get fucking sick drunk every fucking episode from now on.
Despite the characters sounding completely different, the same actor performed both roles. This meant that whenever Rick and Morty had long conversations, Roiland was essentially talking to himself. Each voice had to be recorded separately before being combined in the final episode. Many fans were surprised to learn that some of the show's most memorable exchanges were actually performed by a single voice actor. One of the biggest reasons Rick and Morty feels so unpredictable is its use of the multiverse concept. Because the show is built around the idea of infinite realities, almost any story idea can exist somewhere within its universe. This gives the writers incredible freedom to create bizarre adventures, alternate versions of familiar characters, and worlds that follow completely different rules from our own. Over the years, viewers have seen countless variations of Rick, Morty, and other characters, each with their own unique personalities and histories. The multiverse also allows seemingly impossible events to happen without breaking the logic of the show. Major storylines involving the Council of Ricks and the Citadel of Ricks expanded this idea even further, showing entire societies built around alternate versions of the same characters. With endless realities to explore, the creative possibilities are almost unlimited.
I'm a pickle! I'm Pickle Rick!
One of the most famous episodes in the entire series features Rick turning himself into a pickle simply to avoid attending family therapy. At first, the idea sounded completely ridiculous, even by the already absurd standards of Rick and Morty. However, what began as a bizarre joke quickly became one of the most memorable and talked about episodes in the show's history. Throughout the episode, Rick finds himself trapped in the body of a pickle and must use his intelligence and creativity to survive a series of increasingly dangerous situations. Fans love the combination of ridiculous humor, intense action sequences, and surprisingly thoughtful themes hidden beneath the comedy. The episode became an instant fan favorite and generated enormous attention online. Before long, Pickle Rick appeared on merchandise, social media, advertisements, and countless memes, becoming one of the most recognizable symbols of the entire Rick and Morty franchise.
It's going to take your order?
Yeah, I'd like to get a 10-piece McNugget and a bunch of the Szechuan sauce.
In one episode, Rick becomes obsessed with McDonald's Szechuan sauce, a limited promotional item originally released in the 1990s to promote a movie. What was meant as a quick joke in the show quickly exploded into a real-world phenomenon among fans. People began demanding its return on social media, and the hype grew so large that McDonald's eventually brought the sauce back for a special limited-time promotion years later. The event drew huge crowds, long lines, and massive online attention, showing just how powerful the influence of Rick and Morty had become beyond television. Although Rick and Morty is mostly known as a comedy series filled with absurd humor and chaotic adventures, it actually contains countless references to real scientific theories. Throughout the show, concepts like parallel universes, time distortion, artificial intelligence, simulated realities, wormholes, and quantum mechanics appear in many different episodes and storylines. While most of these ideas are exaggerated or simplified for storytelling and comedy, a surprising number are still inspired by real scientific discussions and theoretical physics concepts. The writers often take complex science ideas and push them into extreme, imaginative scenarios that would be impossible in real life, but still grounded in real principles. This blend of science and fiction is one of the main reasons the series feels unique, making viewers constantly question how much of what they see could theoretically exist in reality. From alternate universes to talking pickles, Rick and Morty has delivered some of the most creative, chaotic, and unforgettable moments in modern animation. Across its seasons, the show constantly pushes the limits of storytelling by blending wild science fiction ideas with dark humor, unpredictable plot twists, and moments of emotional depth that often catch viewers completely off guard. Its unique mix of comedy, complex sci-fi concepts, and surprisingly human storytelling helped turn it into a worldwide phenomenon with a massive fan base across the globe. The series is built around infinite universes, alternate realities, and endless versions of its characters, which means almost any idea can exist somewhere within its multiverse. Because of that structure, the writers have complete creative freedom, allowing the story to evolve in almost any direction without breaking its own rules. This is a big reason the show has remained fresh, unpredictable, and relevant for so many years. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click the like button, leave a comment with your favorite episode, or what next facts you want to know. Subscribe for more facts about cartoons, games, and pop culture. Thanks for watching.